Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where it is a very, very blacky day outside. Is it a good day or a bad day for fishing?
I think it could be a good day. As long as it's not frozen, we would be willing to go out and give it a shot.
Okay. Well, I think that's every day for you guys, though, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we have the JHS, some members of the JHS bass fishing team here, and I just think this is just the coolest thing that has gotten started, these fishing teams, and we're going to find out all about it from, of course, Coach Jeff Strasser and some of the team members. So let's take a break, and we'll be back and talk fishing in just a minute.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back with, of course, Jackson High School bass fishing team and Coach Jeff Strasser and
Wesley Clegg.
And Wesley is so excited to be here, I can tell.
Yep, I'm very excited.
I figured as much. So, Coach, tell us a little bit about, and I know we talked about this the last time you're here, but how on earth did we get to a bass fishing team? And it seems as if there's teams all over the place now. And how did those get started?
Well, it's really becoming a very popular sport. We had a lot of kids that, started talking. We had the right people start asking the questions. They talked to the administration and stuff at school. They got a interest survey going. I think we had about 100 kids say that they were interested. And the first year we ended up, I think we had about 30 kids. We've been averaging about 30 students each year that come out and fish with us. So they had the survey, and then the board put it to a vote, and we're very thankful that, the vision that Mr. Howard and Mr. Swackhammer, Mr. Wooten, and especially Mr. Massey, then the school board had, that this would be a great fit for Jackson High School because we have a lot of local fishermen in this area, and we have a very strong love for fishing. And so, which is evident, because we've been averaging 30 kids a year.
Yeah.
And for instance, when we went to the state for the first year, there were 47 teams throughout the state of Ohio in it, and we brought 12 of them. And each team has 2 anglers on it and then 1 boat captain. And the main thing that we're able to do what we're doing, of course, is the students. The student anglers are really the driving force behind everything. And then the second major component to that is having the boat captains in our area that have the knowledge and are willing to spend the time to come out. Because the hardest thing that you got to do in this whole program is to be a boat captain and sit there and watch everybody else fish while you're just kind of hanging out. You get a net to fish for them, but our anglers are learning all the mechanics and everything that they need to know how to do, so that way the boat captain just kind of gets them where they need to be and offers suggestions and things when they need them. But they're being here and their support. We've got several of them to come out and help us practice throughout the week and stuff. When it does get a little bit warmer, we're not quite on the water practice yet. But
especially on days like today, oh my gosh, I woke up and I was like, what is happening? I thought we were past some of this.
We might have a few less anglers if we practiced on days like today, but the ones that we have here today and several of our anglers will go no matter what the conditions are, as long as it's safe. But it just started out with a student movement, Oak Hill and Gallia, who's in our national championship qualifying circuit, which this year we're now up to 5 different high schools. Started out with, Jackson, Oak Hill, Gallia, and this year we're picking up Athens, Vinton, and Northwest. And so it's really starting to grow. Last year we had 23 teams in our circuit. We had 4 of them qualify for the national championship. And we had 3 others go out and fish the world finals, so that's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah.
To be able to go to that kind of stage and fish on that, and we're going to have probably about 30 boats this year. And to put it in perspective, when we went to the world finals and national championship last year, there were 433 boats on that body of water at one time.
That's a big body of water, I would assume.
Yes, it was 56,000 acres.
So is it like bumper cars out there? You like bumping the boat out of the way? Like, I'm going to get there first because I know that's the best fishing spot.
It's more like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just an adrenaline rush when you get in the boat. It's almost my favorite part, just getting there and starting out the tournament throughout the day.
So is everybody like hightailing it for where they want to go fish?
Yeah. It was amazing. Helped work the nationals down there, and they were able to launch 433 teams in under an hour and a half every day. And so there's different flight times.
That is nuts.
Certain ones come in, and then the thing that was even more amazing about that was how they took care of the fish. They had giant tubs with aerators in them, filled with ice, and they were able to get all those kids weighed in probably about 2 hours with them coming up through with their fish every day. It's really amazing. We're part of the Student Anglers Federation, and Joey and the guys out there in Oklahoma at the national office and just all the volunteers that come in do a wonderful job with that.
And let's just be honest. You talked about the boat captains and all of this. So bass fishing it requires, it's not cheap. I mean, you think, it's just a fishing pole and what? No, there's way a lot more than that. And you all require so many, like basically volunteers, right?
Yes.
People, because obviously Jackson High School doesn't have 30 boats to take out or 15 boats to take out.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's people from the community, right, that are helping out.
Yes, they step up big.
That's crazy.
We have some amazing boat captains that just can get out on the water with them. They're very good with the kids, but they're also very good at explaining and suggesting different things that they should do and really help each kid grow, and that's the thing we try to do is just be able to get them to grow and get better and better. This is the third year of our program. Here in a minute, you're going to have our most recent set of kids that have signed to go to college to fish. And
so good.
Every year we've had somebody. Landon Camp was the first one to go fish for University of Rio Grande. Last year, Tyler Eggers and Colin Davis. And then your next guests, Gabe Taylor and Costa Neuer, have already signed to go fish down there with Coach Sutton.
Unbelievable. And I just love the fact that there are all these programs coming up now, and we talk about it, esports and fishing, and not everybody plays football and basketball.
That is true, and
and
bowling
maybe
is
they do, and bowling. All of these sports that are giving kids opportunities to go to school and get paid to do so. I mean, this is just awesome.
Yes, I mean, the thought of being able to go get your college paid for while you're fishing, or
doing something that you'd be doing anyway.
And we've had the same
great.
thing. We've had kids get scholarships for bowling and esports. I mean. The board, I think, and Phil Howard and just all of our administration have done a good job at figuring out what kind of things that we can offer that give our kids another way to show, the great talent that we really have here in Jackson. It's really amazing when you sit back and look at it.
You got it. And, the opportunities, and that comes from the top down, and, giving these kids opportunities is priceless. So very good. So when did you start fishing?
My freshman year, it actually started right when I got into high school.
Okay, so you weren't like a little kid out fishing?
Oh, I thought you meant the team. No, I started fishing when I was really young. Pretty much my whole family fishes. We fish tournaments. I honestly don't even know the age. I just, as long as I could cast the pole out in the water, I could just start with my grandpa's pond or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
So so when you're out doing what you do, do you catch other stuff too? Because it's a bass fishing.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're like, I got a big. Oh no, that's something else. Do you ever try to push one over as a bass? That's a bass, I swear.
No, I don't think it would buy that. But
I don't think so either.
I think one of the bigger things, especially if you're fishing the Ohio River, like striped bass, like you think you got a really big fish on, and I mean it's a bass. It just doesn't qualify as a largemouth or a smallmouth.
Okay, so it's a bass, but a different kind of bass.
Yeah, the wrong kind. They're wearing tuxedos because they have the pinstripes down the side of them. And then Unfortunately, they are a great fight, and they are fun to catch. If you weren't fishing in a bass tournament, it would be great fun.
You're like, I just wasted my time on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, talk about for a minute how, like, what's the strategy? Like, because I think fishing, there's some luck to it, obviously, but there's also a lot of skill.
I mean, number one for me, especially like the week before or week going on, I like to look up the lake and then look up just certain things like the water, and I mean, depending on like water color, water temperature, means like how low the fish are going to be.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, how do you know? Like, what are you looking for?
Well, honestly, it's just kind of the time of year and like how the weather goes on with the year. So, I mean, coming on, it's going to be pre-spawn. That means the fish are going to be coming out because colder water is going to make them go lower because it's warmer.
Because they want to stay warmer.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then once they pre-spawn would be means they come up on a gradual slope, kind of. They're not going to be just coming up like that because it's just going to get hot or colder like instantly. They're going to be coming up. They're going to be looking for structure, looking for things that other fish might be on, be able to eat, and just be able to just survive, to be honest. And if you can get them on that pre-spawn, they're going to be really, really hungry because when the water's cold, they ain't going to be feeling like moving much.
Sure.
So as the water gets warmer, they're going to be more hyper, they're going to be more active and willing to bite. And pre-spawn's actually one of my favorites because you can throw those, I guess I would say slower moving baits work better because those fish are not going to be wanting to move as much, but they're still starving, like they're super hungry.
Uh-huh.
And you want to be looking at the structure on those slopes and just where they might be.
There's so much to it. Who knew?
Well, we do. We practice 3 nights a week. And
So how do you practice if you're not, do you practice on the water and off the water?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
When the time change comes and when we get more daylight and it's a little bit warmer, we will get out in boats and go out. We practice a lot at Hammertown.
Okay,
And,
I figured as much.
Go out there.
Well, you
and-
guys are blessed with having that beautiful lake out there.
Yes,
to
and
practice
it's
on.
nice. It's got a lot of different structure and things in it like that. So we have to be able to learn a lot of different things to be able to catch the fish there. But we come in and we started, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And we started in the classroom. We start every day with your favorite thing. What do you do first thing?
Tying knots.
Tying knots,
3
because
knots.
the worst thing that can happen is when you get a big one on and it gets right up to the boat and then your knot comes undone or it breaks off.
Oh,
So-
no, that would be the worst.
Yeah, we start with that. We start with knot tying. Then in the field house, I've created some brush piles and some different things like that, which just happens to be like some styrofoam cups with some metal washers in there. They have to be a certain distance back and learn different casts, like a flip or a pitch or a skip or an
Oh.
overhand cast. And with our field house, it's very nice that we can be in there and learn how to do that.
Got plenty of room.
We've brought in some electronics and are getting hands-on the fish finders and stuff like that, learning how to do the mapping. And then we've done, I'm sure they're going to really want to talk about this a lot, the video studies that we've started doing.
Yeah, I think honestly they're not the funnest, but they help me almost just as much as I was having fun in the field house doing tournaments or whatever. But I think as far as knowledge goes, it definitely is the best thing.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, like I was talking about pre-spawn earlier, we're working on that right now. We have I think we've had 2 quizzes so far, and it's kind of like we get a set of videos, and videos might be how to work brush piles or how to, like I said, pre-spawn, how the fish start moving, and a lot of what I just told you come off those videos.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean,
So like more informational video kind of thing
Yes.
to study.
It's pretty much like if you like fishing, you're gonna be watching somebody fish on, say, YouTube or something.
Sure.
It's pretty much like that except education.
Awesome.
And so last year, one of the things that really helped us and is helping us here today, and you'll see that not only through Wes, but with our other 2 anglers coming up, is that Total Media come along with us and allowed us to live stream our weigh-ins. And this gives our anglers a chance to be up there in front of the camera,
Yeah.
to be able to show off their fish and that kind of thing, but they also have to work on their public speaking skills.
Absolutely.
And so that's one of the things we do, and we incorporate that into our practice. Corbin and Dylan had come down and set up for us and we would have over in a corner, because we have several different areas. And I actually did put a magnet on a plastic weight to where they could pitch in, and they're actually catching fish as we do these practice tournaments. And at the end of each one, we have a live weigh-in. And so they have to go through, thank their sponsors, talk about their day, kind of talk about what baits and things they use. So we try to get it to where we're going to be pretty used to being in front of a camera and speaking, as we go.
And that is an invaluable skill also
Yes.
that you're learning. And I know you probably don't appreciate it at this point, but you'll thank us someday for that.
Well, at the beginning of his sophomore season with this, Wes was probably not the number one fan of wanting to be in front of a camera.
You're
No,
doing great.
Definitely not. I mean, getting in front of a camera anywhere, no matter what it is, whether it's anything, sports, like football. I remember last year I had to get in front of a camera in football. It was definitely nerve-wracking. I was nervous asking a bunch of questions beforehand, and now that I get, honestly, the tournaments do help me. I get in front of that camera, and there's like 3 or 4 cameras in front of me.
Sure.
It just, I don't know. If I mess up on here, I'll mess up anywhere. It doesn't matter to me. Like, it's fun. I get to explain the day.
I think the whole point is learning that you're not going to die if you
Yeah.
stutter or you
Yeah.
forget what to say or whatever. You just figure out how to talk on your feet real fast.
Yeah, and another thing, if you get into bigger leagues or you actually fish in any other tournament like a BFL or something like that, they're going to be videoing these things, and you're going to have to talk in front of the whole entire tournament that just fished there and their family. And I mean, you're just going to have to learn it in everyday life, and it definitely helps in that aspect of it.
Awesome.
And that's one of the things that we also try to kind of help our kids with is, getting to be able to talk to people that may be your sponsors. Our jerseys are really awesome. We love our jerseys. And it's all made part because, you can see all these sponsors that we have on
absolutely.
here. And, if you get a shot at the back, we have about 18 to 19 on there. The community support,
So cool.
the student anglers, the boat captains, and then the community has just really rallied around this team. And, Jackson always shows up when there's a chance to support their kids. And we are very, very thankful for you guys for doing that and allowing these things to be very successful. They asked me last year on the live stream, where do you think your program will be in 3 years? And I stopped for a second. And I thought, well, I didn't think we were going to be here till about 5 years from now. So I'm just along for the ride, and it's been a great blessing, and we're just rolling with it and just having fun as we do it. I try to make it as fun as we can. And so, this year we have coming up May the 3rd, we're doing things a little bit different with our Meet the Team.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about this thing you gave me. This is cool.
So we usually had a Meet the Team out to Hammertown, and we had a lot of people come out. And the weather sometimes kind of got us because it was a little bit earlier time when we did that. But we had a lot of people come out, and we'll have giveaways. There'll be raffles. We might auction a couple things off this year. But we're going to have in our field house, we're going to have some vendors set up selling, some fishing things, and hopefully we can get a few other vendors interested, kind of like the spring soccer thing. And then we're going to have a boat show, like a car show, out in the parking lot. Yes, so anybody that's interested in that, we're going to be putting some advertisement out. We are on Facebook and we are on Instagram, and we're going to be sharing that kind of stuff out, trying to really start to promote it now. But if anybody's interested in being a vendor, or if you guys want to come and bring your boat, it's $10 a boat, and kind of go similar to what a car show does.
Yeah.
And there's going to be games for the kids. One of the boat captains that we have, Jim Stewart, graduated with me, and he has a real passion for trying to help kids get into fishing. And he's gone every year. He's came and brought probably somewhere between 50 and 70 brand new rod and reel combos, and giving them away to the area youth that come in. And so he's already been collecting again this year. And, to try, it's really a tremendous support that we have. And so we always try to find a way to give back, and that's one of the ways that we can do that.
Very cool. Love that. And that will be, is that May 3rd?
That is May the 3rd, yep, starting
May
at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. up at the field house and the stadium parking lot.
That's so cool. Admission's free. But you can buy, sell, trade. It's like just a fun day of all the fishing stuff.
Yes. come
Love
out
that.
and meet all our anglers, and we'll just have fun. There'll be casting contests and different things like that. So we'll see what all we can come up with.
Cool. Very good. So Wes, tell us what's your future hold? How old are you?
I'm 17.
What year are you in school?
2026, the year.
So you're a
graduating.
junior?
Yes.
Okay. So do you know? Are you gonna try to pursue fishing?
Actually, yes, I am. I'd like to be where these guys are at right now, whether it's Rio Grande or any other college that'll take me. Actually, right now I'm at Buckeye Hills and I'm doing welding. And
Good for you.
Yeah. After that, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do at college if I end up going to college for fishing, which I would love to.
Yeah.
I will after I get done with my welding up at Buckeye Hills. I'm gonna go be a power lineman.
Yeah.
And then if not, a heavy equipment operator.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, right now I'm trying to work my way up. I actually got a boat this year. Not anything special, but I got something that I'm gonna be able to fish tournaments on, learn more. I'm gonna be out there every day that I can.
Very cool.
And just try to. My main goal this year is to get five fish each tournament, and then which I did pursue pretty well last year, but I'm gonna try to make it better this year.
I have one question. Do you keep the fish or do they get thrown back?
Oh, definitely get thrown back.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
I was
always,
gonna
we always
say-
do live release. Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's my bleeding heart.
Yes.
Asking the question.
We-
But I'll bet a lot of people don't know that.
Well, some of them don't, and we just really what we want to do with the fish, we just want to have them for a little bit, get some pictures, get their weight, and then we're going to
Give
release
them
them
back to
back,
their family.
get them back, and they can have a little bit of their 15 minutes of fame. So
Love that. Very cool. All right, well, very good. We've got two other guys waiting in the wings, so let's switch you out and find out what they're up to.
thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. This is so fun talking with you.
We can go over too.
Okay.
I talked to him.
Okay. Come on over. What's up?
What's up?
How you all?
Tired, but good. Tired, but good.
Tired but good.
Yeah.
And you guys are seniors.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so number one, tell everybody who you are.
I'm Gabe Taylor. I'm a senior angler for the Jackson High School fishing team.
Cool.
And I am Cole Snowier, and I'm also senior angler for the Jackson High School fishing team.
All right, and Gabe and Cole. So Coach was telling me off the record and off the camera that you all have some pretty exciting news. You want to tell everybody what that is?
Yeah, we have recently committed to fish for the University of Rio Grande after this year. Starting this fall, we'll be going down there with Coach Tom Sutton, and we'll be fishing for his team this fall. Excited to get that opportunity. I'm very thankful.
Yeah, and both of you are doing that. So
Yes, ma'am.
Very, very cool. And how long has Rio had a fishing team, bass fishing team?
I'd say this will make year 3, I believe.
Okay, so
we're the third ones. for
This is
Jackson.
so cool. You guys are like trendsetters. You're
Yeah.
like the pioneers.
Yeah. It's been a blast. I mean, we started our sophomore year, and I mean, our sophomore year we didn't do too good. We weighed in one fish out of all of our tournaments, and then we got together and we started talking about it, and we were like, well, what do we really want to pursue? And I mean, we played football together from 7th grade and started out in 9th grade, but 9th grade football wasn't for me. I gave out on football.
Get it.
And
Totally.
he started up the fishing team, and I was starting it. And I'm like, well, I remember him. And, we started talking, going back and forth. We decided we'd partner up our sophomore year, and we didn't do too good. But then we really locked in with it, and we really put the study down and went out.
Got
and,
serious
yeah,
about
we got
it.
serious. And our junior year, which was last year, we placed 16th in the state and 600 district, and we went down to world finals.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you guys always fish so you're a team
Yes, ma'am.
and you get to choose like your team? So
Yes.
it's just you two go out and fish as a team and that's
Yes.
okay. That's super cool.
Yeah.
So how do you get together and do like the strategy? So when you go to Rio, you'll be a team?
Yes, ma'am.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So how do you figure out? You said, my words, you sucked your first year, and then you got way better. So what did you do? Like, what was your strategy?
We just met up and we really talked about it. And we figured out what we wanted to do in life. And, me and Colson.
That's some deep stuff.
Yeah, me and Colson's plans are like right along with each other too, because I'm going for business management and he's also going for business management.
Cool.
So, and we both just fell in love with fishing, and we are like, well, if we're really going to do this, we need to get serious about it. And so we got serious about it. We studied about it, and we went out and learned different techniques and different baits to use, and we kind of put it all together. And one of the main things about fishing, and you wouldn't think it, but one of the main things about fishing is confidence on a boat. Because you can bank fish. Yeah, you can bank fish all day long and catch as much fish you want to be on a bank. But your perception is completely different when you're on a boat. Because when you're on the boat, you're the bank. You know, you're in the middle of water, but you're the bank. And you're casting to the bank and you're coming deep. Versus whenever you're on a bank, you're casting deep and coming in shallow. So it's completely different, you know. And
never would have thought about that.
And having confidence on the boat, our first tournament last year, we came in 3rd place. And that gave us the confidence to keep going. And then our second tournament, we came in 1st. And then our 3rd tournament, we came in 3rd. And it just, you know, went on and went on. We never dropped down really below 10th place. Or, you know, we was always in the pack of top 10 right there. And we got to state. And state tournament was a really long tournament. It was really hot. You know, a lot of our techniques wasn't working that we practiced, so we had to switch up and learn different stuff right on the spot. And that's that's another thing on fishing is adaptation.
Yeah,
you really got to be able to adapt in certain situations.
Do you ever go like out on the water and you're like, okay, here is our game plan for today, and you implement it and nothing happens? And then you're like, crap, now what?
Yeah, kind of off of what Gabe said, it's a lot about confidence. You got to be able to have confidence in whatever game plan you have. And, like, what we do, like I always tell them, like, this is a puzzle. When you got the fish, you always got to figure out which pieces go where. And whoever finds that out the fastest and can put the pieces together where these fish are, what stage they're in, and what they're wanting to do and wanting to bite is who's going to win the tournament. And it all comes down to having confidence in each level of your game plan. Because, like he said, we fished multiple tournaments. I can only remember one tournament where we set a game plan. This is our game plan. Hey, this worked great. Every other tournament, it was
you're adjusting
okay.
On the fly,
yeah,
pun intended.
On the fly. So you got to adjust and go down the line. So okay, this is not working. These fish aren't here. Where do I go next? And that's a lot of what studying, which we've done with Coach Strasser, is really integrated into our practices this year. Is studying maps and figuring out, and then getting out to practice and figuring out where those fish are, what they're doing, and just making a game plan so you have an A, B, and C, and you can pivot in the moment because every minute counts.
Makes sense. So do you think fish are smarter or are they dumb?
They're really smart.
They're smart.
They're extremely smart.
I could see that. They know.
You know, I mean, it was a long season last season. I mean, we did really good last season, but I mean, you can practice a lake, you can pre-fish a lake, and you could practice on it, you can study the map. And, you know, you might, get a pattern down whenever you're practicing a lake before a tournament. But whenever you get to tournament day, that pattern can completely be different. You know, fish could be somewhere else. They could be deeper. They could be shallower. They could be on a different structure. And it's really trying to pinpoint. It's like pinpointing, what they're going to do. So you got to be like a few steps ahead of them. It's
you got to outsmart the fish.
It's not as easy as it sounds. But
I get it.
It's like chess, kind of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit, and then I won't keep you guys all day. Are our next guests waiting, or?
We're fine to talk.
Okay, we can keep talking. Okay, all right. So tell us a little bit, tell the viewers, what is going to be different between fishing in high school and being on a college team? Or is it different?
You want to answer this
one?
I
don't think there's a ton that's different between high school and college, except for the tournament field just gets bigger and there's a lot more experienced anglers out there.
Okay.
And that's largely credited to Coach Strasser integrating a lot of the stuff. Like him and Sutton both do pretty much the same type of coaching, and that is making sure people are learning how to tie knots, how to practice, how to find fish, how to tell what they're on, how to use different baits, and really integrating that team study and that team focus, that this isn't just one angler against the rest of the team, this is our team against everybody else, and that we just learn together and learn how to do stuff and just make sure it counts when the moment hits.
I'll add on a little bit to that. There will be a couple key differences. There's not, I mean, fishing aspect wise, I mean, you're going to be on bigger bodies of water,
Okay.
And there's going to be a lot more boats to go up against. But, I mean, I'd have to say one of the main differences is that there's not going to be a boat captain on the boat with you. It's just going to be two anglers. And
also, you got to do your own driving.
We got to do it. We got to do our own studies. We got
everything's on you.
It's on us.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's going to be one of the main differences, because while you're in high school, you gotta experience boat captain, and they know a lot about what you're doing.
Can they kind of give you hints along? Are they allowed to?
Yeah.
Are they allowed to help you?
Yeah,
Okay.
so they're allowed to give us ideas. They're allowed to give us ideas about baits, where to fish. The only thing they can't do is they can't pick up a rod. They can't pick up any rod. They can't tie your bait on or anything. Let's say you get a backlash, and if people don't know what a backlash is, it's whenever if you're fishing with a bait cast or a casting rod and reel, there's a chance that your spool will kind of like go backwards, and it'll create like a big old knot. It'll create knots in your spool's line, and they're allowed to take if we can't get it out, we can take it off, give it to the boat captain. They can get it out, but we have to put it back on and we have to reline it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Are the rules about the same as far as college versus high school? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah.
That's good. You don't have to learn a whole new
No.
whole new game.
No.
The only thing that really changes when your game is, like Gabe said, studying. You don't have a boat captain there to make suggestions or tell you where to go.
That little safety net,
yeah,
if you
it's
will.
having a
Yeah.
third person, like when you don't know, hey, what should we do? And they give a suggestion. Now it's solely on what you've practiced and the time you've put in to know what the fish are going to do and where to go. That really plays a key into how well you do in each tournament and college level.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So, when is the high school season? Like, are you just getting started? Okay.
Yeah, so we started practice, like they said, about a few weeks ago. Our first tournament will be in April. What day was it?
April 5th, I believe.
April 5th.
April 5th,
Yeah, is
okay.
our first day. And then we got 2 bye weeks. We got prom, and then we got spring break. And then we go into our first qualifier, which is Burr Oak, which is April 26th. April 26th.
Well, that's a haul
Yeah, so...
to get there.
Yeah, but, I mean, that gives us a lot of time to practice the lake, get our techniques down, and really, get back into the aspect of it.
Do we ever have home matches, like out at Hammertown or something, or Lake Jackson or anywhere like that?
So our first tournament will be at Lake Jackson. It's just kind of a team, we go against ourselves in it. And our Meet the Team a couple years ago was like that as well. We would go fish Hammertown. And but this year we're doing something different. With also the lake's been really far down at Hammertown as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's been really drained, so it doesn't really give us an opportunity to fish it this year. But hopefully if it comes back up, we can, go out and practice on it again.
I never thought about that. That would make a difference as far as being able to get out on the water, but also like how you fish.
Yeah. I'd have to say that, with water rising or lowering, it really can change how the fish are. With water lowering, they'll just go deeper and deeper and deeper, because, to them, the bank might be up here, but they're not going to be able to stay up there when the water lowers, so they're going to
Right.
change up how they are.
We think looking down, we're on this level,
Yeah.
and they're just trying to stay so far below the water, wherever that may be.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
makes total sense. Awesome.
Kind of what you touched on, like the home aspect. Like we're fortunate enough that most of our lakes around here that we fish both for just our team and against the circuit is lakes that we're familiar with. This is going to our 3rd year now that we've actually had chances to compete in fish these lakes, so we kind of got an idea. But when you go to lakes like our state championship this year is up in Mosquito Lake, up in the northeast portion of the state, you can't get up there every day to be able to fish that and practice it to see what it's like. So that's where the studying aspect and knowing what you're going to do comes into a key contributor to what your success is like, because you only are left with what you know and what you can study and how much you can
makes
prepare and
sense.
game plan for it.
Do you ever get to sneak up there and practice though?
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. We try to, as much as we
That's
can. I know this year we're really changing it up. We're trying to get on the water as much as possible for these future tournaments, and really trying to go out with a bang this year since it's our senior
Yeah, for sure.
year.
Well, I'm so proud of you guys. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Getting to go to college to do what you love. Not too many people get to claim that, and that's really cool. What would you say to some youth that may be listening out there that are like, I don't know, I don't have a grandpa that takes me fishing, or how could kids get started if they don't know what they're doing?
We did a call, a couple weeks ago for a future sponsor potentially, and he asked something kind of similar to this, and he goes, "Why should kids get into fishing?"
Yeah.
And I said, fishing isn't like football. It isn't like soccer or anything physical. If you got a disability, or if you can't go and play those certain sports, fishing is perfect. You know, you don't have to be. It's not as physically demanding.
Love that.
And it gives you another purpose. I mean, it has, you know, college potential. It can line you up for the future for certain things. I mean, even if you could talk good, you know, and if you're in a tournament and you're speaking, you know, in front of a bunch of people, that can line you up for like potential job offers, you know.
Absolutely.
For, you know, speaking and promoting things as well. Fishing really is, you know, different. You know, it gets you out in nature. You know, it makes you feel alive. You know, and it's really just overall great sport for you mentally. It helps out tremendously for your mental health.
Until they don't bite.
Until they don't bite. Or if it's really cold and then they don't bite too.
That's just a double whammy on
Yeah.
it. Well, very good. Well, guys, I can't thank you. I don't know who's teaching these guys to talk, but your public speaking skills are amazing.
Thank you.
Keep that up, and I know that you may not understand that how important that is going to be down the road, but it certainly is. And keep up the good work.
I'd like to thank Coach Schauser personally. Without him, we wouldn't be here. I mean, he's dedicated to this team. He's done as much as he can for us, and he's still going to do even more than that, especially for future years ahead. I'd also like to thank all of our sponsors. You know, that's also they're a main reason why we're here as well. The main part why we're able to do this is all because of our sponsors.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank all of them as well.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much. This has been
Thank you.
so fun talking with you. I could talk to you all day long. But we do have, I think, another guest waiting. Okay. Sorry, other guest waiting. I was talking about fishing and I got all excited. So, all right. Well, let's play a message and then we will be back with, I think, some friends that are over in Athens. So we'll find out what they're up to.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, TheTelegramNews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Subscribe today at TheTelegramNews.com.
Check it out.
Saturday, August 16th is Southern Rock Woodstock in the Gallipolis Fairgrounds. This event will feature 3 decades of original artists and legends, such as Leonard Skinner, 38 Special, and Molly Hatchet. In light of this event, Total Media will be giving away 4 VIP tickets. For a chance to win these exclusive passes, comment your favorite Southern Rock song, and our staff will vote on which one is the best. Good luck, and may the best man rock out.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, TheTelegramNews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Subscribe today at TheTelegramNews.com.
Check it out.
Saturday, August 16th is Southern Rock Woodstock in the Gallipolis Fairgrounds. This event will feature 3 decades of original artists and legends, such as Leonard Skinner, 38 Special, and Molly Hatchet. In light of this event, Total Media will be giving away 4 VIP tickets. For a chance to win these exclusive passes, comment your favorite Southern Rock song, and our staff will vote on which one is the best. Good luck, and may the best man rock out.
there.
Help me! Y'all in there?
Hey. Can you guys hear me?
Can't hear a damn.
Wait, do I need to go this way? This way.
I can't. We can't hear you. Can you hear us?
You guys, can you guys hear me? I don't think they can.
Our mics are definitely live right now.
Yeah. Do you have our mics, the mics muted here? Maybe? Okay. Okay. We're just trying to figure out how to get with our guys here a little bit.
Check. Yeah, I can see levels. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Oh, there you are.
Now? Check.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Are we supposed to have headphones plugged in?
I don't think they can hear me. Okay.
Do we have headphones?
Okay.
In the other room.
Well, we're trying to figure this out. I don't know if you want to go grab Pete and we can do some news, and if we can figure it out on the other end of it, we can get to that. So what we're supposed to be talking about today is the Athens Sports Cycle Pure Rock Outdoor Show, which will be coming up, and we're super excited about that. And the guys are here to tell you where you can tune in and stuff, but we can't hear them, so they can't hear me is the problem. So we are going to try to figure that out and hopefully get Pete to do some news here. Don't forget what the bass fishing team was talking about, and I did want to mention that again because it is something super cool and it's something that they've never done before, which is the first annual JHS Bass Boat Show and Swap Meet, which is May 3rd, and that's going to be at the Jackson High School Field House and parking lot from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, May 3rd. And they're going to have a boat show, which is $10 per boat to enter. And if you want to turn that down so I'm not echoing all over the place. And all you have to do is contact Jay Strasser at jcs.k12.oh.us. That's Jeff Strasser, the coach. 740-710-0121. Or you can follow them on Facebook or Instagram, the JHS Bass Fishing Team, or JHS_fishing team, and find out more about that. Admission is free. Visitors are able to buy, sell, and trade. Vendor tables are available for $20, and they'll have raffles, food and drink available for purchase. I'm sorry we can't hear each other.
I don't know what to do.
But we've got Mr. Potato Head, so that's all that matters. Very good. Is Pete on his way? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Do we have weather or something? Okay. Let's listen to this godforsaken weather forecast that, says snow and stuff, and then we'll be back.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Hello Hello and good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Today we're expecting a 10% chance of rain and snow with highs of 64 and lows of 53. For tomorrow, we're expecting a 90% chance of rain, but with a little bit of sun with higher temperatures of 62 and lower temperatures of 33. And then for Thursday, we're expecting 60% chance of rain and snow again, so make sure to bundle up with highs of 39 and lows of 29, with wind spans ranging from 10 to 20 miles an hour. So stay safe and thank you.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
thetelegramnews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, thetelegramnews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
thetelegramnews.com.
Subscribe today at thetelegramnews.com.
Check it out.
Saturday, August 16th is Southern Rock